Over the years, I've formed many strong relationships with really good people in the fishing and boating industry. One of those individuals, a man I met nearly 20 years ago, was Joe DaPonte, the owner and founder of CNC Marine and NorthCoast Boats. Joe was one of the earliest boat manufacturers to support on the water, and I always loved visiting his shop and seeing how NorthCoast's line of boats was growing right before our eyes.
My name is Joe DaPonte. I'm the owner of CNC Fiberglass for NorthCoast Boats. I immigrated to the States back in 1973, and I always have a passion to be a boat builder, and my dream came true. When I got to the States, I started working for other companies, and I always wanted to be doing something on my own. And we started our business back in '98. And we started building NorthCoast, and after that, my two kids start growing up, and they helped me a lot. They want to be in the business. They want to keep the business going bigger and bigger, and that's what we're doing.
Joe and I have wanted to fish together for over 20 years, and now we finally get the chance, while putting his latest boat, the 255 Cabin, to the test. All throughout Narragansett Bay on this brand new 255. We're gonna show it to you. Hopefully we show you some fish while we're at it too. Craig, what do you say, bud? We had birds working here.
Yeah.
I don't see them now.
No, it looks fishy though.
It does look fishy.
All right, guys, we're gonna go.
One of my favorite stories was I was visiting you. This had to be about 12, 15 years ago. How old is Craig now?
26.
26. So Craig was probably 10 or 11 years old. And you had built him a little skiff.
Yeah.
You had made him a little skiff.
Yeah.
And you put a little Suzuki on the back of the thing.
Yeah.
And it was for his to go out and take out. I just thought that was the coolest thing because, like, the thought of having your own skiff at 10 or 11 years old to go out fishing.
Oh, yeah.
And to see these guys growing up now.
Oh, I was so lucky. I tell my wife every day, we're so lucky. I tell them, you know, I'm not going to last forever. You guys better take advantage though, you know.
All right, I'm going to get up there. I'm not going to let Craig have all the fun. You seen anything breaking?
Not yet.
They're all through here. I think they're going to rise any second.
Hey, wow.
Oh, I just saw that. Did you see that? It was right there. I just saw it take a swing.
I don't know, probably a blue.
I think they're all through here.
Little blue.
Little blue?
Yeah. There we go.
Blue? Ooh. Well, that didn't take long. There you go. That's actually a great eating size right there if you were ever to eat one. Boy, we haven't been out here 10 minutes. We're already hooked up 2 or 3 fish. I think I got a little bluefish here that's not letting up. This is Narragansett in the fall, guys. Just beautiful out here. Birds working all over the place in every direction. Joe hooked up the first fish, which is apropos. Oh, there it goes. That's why probably need a little bit bigger leader than my 10 that I had set up for albies. But it's one of those things where if you switch over and you just fish straight bluefish, the albies will pop up. You'll have 20-pound test and they won't touch it. Right now I'm fishing with a 12-pound leader, which is not quite big enough for these bluefish. But I may take a swing with one of the other rods.
we first started with NorthCoast, I was actually still in high school. I'd come into the shop after school, and it started from sweeping floors, and I was quickly promoted to waxing hull molds. It just kind of grew. Being the family business, you were kind of responsible for doing a little of everything. Building different stages of the boat was something that came as a reward, you know? You want to lay fiberglass, you better learn how to wax the mold first. Once I graduated college in '04, then it was just full-time coming into the business, taking over more of the running of the business and not so much building anymore. I had graduated to an office desk job, if you will.
All right.
Oh, look at this. Look. I got one on here. Look at him, Chris. Look at it.
He followed that within 20 feet of the boat.
Would you guys hate me if I caught the only bass of the day?
Did you really? That's a blue. That's a big blue, see?
Whew.
Nice blue.
I was throwing it over your shoulder.
I really just want to catch the only striped bass of the
You're a
day.
brave man.
Look at the feet up ahead.
Hang on.
We're good, Joe. Go ahead. Here you go. You own it.
They're breaking right in front of the boat there.
Hey, I'm on a fish.
Craig's got a fish on.
Coming back.
Coming back.
I think it's a bass. Who's up on the popper so
That's a better fish, huh?
Oh, it's a blue.
Yeah, blue. There you go. Little blood on the deck.
It's foul hook, that's why.
He hit the plug, and then he came around on the backside and swung into him.
Yep.
So what we try to do was we got a lot of people that can, you know, for a little bigger boat than the 23.
Yeah.
And the 23 has been a very popular boat for the company. So I said, okay, we got the 28. Craig said, that's a little bit too big. Why don't we come with some between?
In between the two of them.
And that's what we did, you know. Money-wise, because it's a lot of boats.
It's a lot of boat. But you know what I love about
So,
this?
yeah.
After the recession, I think what happened is a boat had to be everything to everyone. You could fish off it, but it had to be a pleasure boat. It had to take care of the family.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
had to be the sunset cruise and have a cocktail with the cheese and crackers, but it also had to be set up to fish.
Yeah.
It had to be able to do a day trip. It had to be able to do an overnight trip. And that's what this 255 has. I was looking down below at the berth, and I
Oh,
can't
this
get over
thing
the
is-
size of the
yeah.
berth down there.
I mean, I was looking on the show, I was looking at other boats, and I was looking like at the Stryper, and I always look at the competition, see what they're doing different. And this boat with the private had inside, they don't even have it on the 28.
I saw that. I may be
It's
checking
like-
that out a little while there, Joe.
I mean, I'm not talking bad about anybody's boat, but I think we offer a lot of
I
boats.
love the way you set it up. I love the chairs that are set up that way.
Yeah.
We had 3 of us fishing in the back end here, along with a cameraman, and we had plenty of room that way.
I think we find our niche, and we keep doing good at job, and we're already thinking about a 32.
I'm a production manager for the NorthCoast line, so I oversee about eight guys, ranging from mechanics, electricians, plumbers, hardware guys, assembly guys. We're the ones responsible for assembling all of NorthCoast from the mold room forward.
Oh, right here, look, stop.
They're literally everywhere. Look at the feet off the bow. They're feeding right below us. This is awesome. We got fish all around us. Got an absolutely beautiful day out here, guys, fishing the North Coast, 255, brand new boat. I don't think this has been out of the shop yet for more than a month. They got it just in time for the Newport show. Absolutely beautiful boat. You got a great casting platform up in the bow. You got a really nice cabin that'll hold 4 or 5 folks. I'm gonna walk this guy to the back. You can see we got birds working all over the place. There's definitely some albies in the mix here. I got another bluefish. I'm gonna walk this guy right up to me here.
Need a hand?
I got a long leader on this thing, so I should be. Yeah, you got it. Perfect, thank you.
I got pliers in my pocket.
I got them on my hip,
Here we go.
thanks.
Here we go.
Go ahead. Oh, beautiful fish. Joe's on again. All right, go ahead. Don't wait
Hit
for
him,
me.
hit him, hit him, hit him. I put the dock on to try to
Oh, right when it hit the water.
bass on. That'd be pretty sweet.
This thing hit the water. It was actually foul hooked. The lure was foul hooked on itself. There's so many fish out here that this thing actually came up and whacked it.
Right here.
Oh, he just spit it. That's okay. I'm okay with that. They are everywhere, guys. This is fall fishing at its finest. First day
Oh
of
my
fall
God.
was yesterday.
Dude.
Right there. Oh, right there.
No,
Did you see that?
there was like a keeper-sized bass. Just came up and swirled.
You know what I'm
on
gonna do? I'm gonna let this thing hit and then sink. Do you know what I mean? I think the bass are below them.
I had a monster.
I'm gonna go ahead and
bass.
let this sink. Don't think they whack it on the paws.
Yeah.
So I think if we drift here, we'll be good.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're gonna drift right down on them. They're all around the boat.
Right here.
I'm gonna go right over the top. Oh, I must hit that birch. There we go. Just hit it right there.
Got it?
Yep. I think another blue. I've seen the albacore, but it's tough right now kind of weeding your way through the bluefish. Boy, we did not have to go far this morning to find fish. We've been into some bluefish in here. I've seen the bass. We haven't hooked up on the bass yet, but I have seen them. And I've definitely seen false albacore coming out of the water, completely out of the water. Another bluefish. I had 2 rigs set up. I had one set up for the albacore, which I had a 12-pound leader. And I quickly lost that lure just because these bluefish are gonna break that off. So right now I have a 30-pound leader. These fish are not line shy. They'll have no problem with it. Just a small bluefish. Gonna go ahead and release this guy. Little blue.
Wow.
You see the backs of them cruising through that? That is so cool. Oh, you gotta hook up there. We got a big feed off the back. I'm gonna go ahead and launch one there. See if we can't hook up right here. Oh, if I can't hook up here, there's something wrong with me. So everybody always thinks that it's easy to hook up out here when you're filming. And sometimes you just have to start talking and let the thing sink and it hooks up by itself. That was one that clearly I didn't do anything. He just came in, he wanted to eat. There's just acres and acres of school out here right now. We're trying to get down to the striped bass, but these bluefish are so aggressive that they just will not let the bass get a shot at it. All right, fella. There we go. That's an easy catch. There's the release. That's when it's fun. This is like a whole nother deck to fish from right here. I like it because it's a bloody mess in here. See, you got a fish earlier. You guys don't have a hose on there, do you? Thank you. So I had a really nice sponge on there for about 10 seconds, popped off, tried to hook the sponge back up again. It was taking line.
You know, when we did the Stryper Cup years ago, and coming back in last year was just awesome for us.
So from Worcester, Massachusetts.
I mean, you can't even put it into words. Last year when you pull the name and Paul Saucier comes up.
Paul Saucier! Paul Saucier!
I mean, just him and his son, the look on their face, and I'll never forget having my arm around him to take the picture from on the water up on stage. Paul was like shaking up there. He was just completely shaking. You just can't make it up. He shares a story with you where it's like, last week I almost put a deposit on a boat, and I came to Stryper Fest and I had no idea what was gonna happen, and here I am leaving with the boat. And he called us a week later and he goes, it finally hit me that I won a boat. It's awesome, that part of it. And he's up there with his young son, and it was great, you know, looking at the smile on his son's face. And they came to the shop and they have done a factory tour, and just knowing that you can make that dream come true for people and being involved and adding a new customer to the NorthCoast family, you can't put a value on it, and you can't put words on the emotion that you feel giving it away. It's just a great feeling.
Look at that, Chris, right behind the boat.
Get ready, boys.
Wow!
That's insane.
Craig, right off the other side too. Kind of all over the place right now, huh?
Yeah.
The albacore are moving extremely quick. The false albies are just coming up. They feed really quick. They're down. Bluefish are kind of hanging on the surface a little bit more. There's just so many bluefish out here that it's tough to get through them and into an albacore.
Bass.
Tight, bass?
Oh, baby.
Yeah, about time. Here we go. We've seen them. We've seen the bass. The bass have been in there. We thought we had one.
More.
Wow.
Here we go.
Listen to me.
Guys, we've seen these fish in here. There's been bluefish all. These guys are mixed in with them, and there's albies actually in the mix as well. Joe just saw one come clean out of the water. There's a ton of these. This is actually a great indication, right? Get them back in.
Let them go, let them grow.
That's exactly it. Let's get back on these fish. I think it's going to happen right off the back here. Go ahead and go right over me. I think that knocked one out.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, there he is. Oh, I just got one too. Right behind you, I landed it. Ah,
No.
blue. I'm probably in the same boat there because I was right next to you. Just picked up doubles, trying to get down to the bass, and these bluefish, as I've said before, just so aggressive. Got a long leader on there, nice and easy. Got him by the lip. He's sitting on the back here with me. All right, and you're back on. Joe's tight right off the back, and he's so quiet about it.
Joe's sneaky. He's
Joe is sneaky.
He's
He's going off the back, and
likes
he's not
flying
saying
under the radar.
That's exactly it. Joe, bring him out the back door, and I'll give you a hand. Oh, you already got him in.
190 pounder over there.
Try to catch a DaPonte.
Joe, how many boats in the line do you have now? From the smallest all the way up to the top?
We have 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 25, 28, 26, 28.
And we were talking on the way out that there may be talk of some 32s down the road.
Yeah, that's the next day already. Talking about that.
Because generally what happens with boating is you climb the ladder. You get your first boat, you get a little bit bigger, you get a little bit bigger. get a little bit bigger, and then you get to a certain age where you're like, I don't know if I want to handle that much boat, and they actually start coming back down the other side of it.
We had lots of customers like that.
Yeah.
Like we have a guy, an older guy, he owned a 23 for maybe 10 years, and he always asked me, Joe, when you gonna come up with a little bit big, a little bit? I said, I get the 28. He said, that's too big. He said, I came down from a bigger boat, I don't want to go that big, but just a little bigger than mine. So he dropped his boat off 2 days ago for the winter. His wife's having surgery. And I said, I got that 25. You want to take a look? He says, we got to talk numbers for next spring.
Oh, there's one. Yeah, that's the right one. That's an Albie. He just hit like a freight train. He's coming right at me.
He's coming to you?
He's coming at me doing a $180 right now.
Nice, dude, nice. Yeah, that's an Albie.
Oh my God! He just took off.
Chris, what do you got, buddy?
I'll tell you what, we've been seeing these Albies all day. We saw them this morning, we kind of left them. We went out to look for fish.
We left fish to find fish,
We
isn't that
left
right?
fish to find fish, but you know what we did? We put some, oh, he just popped off right there. Having had the opportunity to get behind the helm of the new NorthCoast 255, powered by twin 250 Yamaha Offshore Series engines, the ride was incredible and took 3-foot swells with ease. In the bay, we actually hit 54 miles per hour during a sea trial.
Hopefully I see NorthCoast keep going the way we're going now. I mentioned to the kids a couple of times, look, this might be my last project. I got 2 kids, Caesar and Craig. They're both very interested in the business. They're doing a good job, and I'm very happy. Me and my wife, we were very lucky we got 2 kids to take over. Because when you create something, sometimes I know you can turn around, sell out, and make your money, but it's not the same feeling when you create something from the beginning. You don't want to sell it, you don't want to see going away, you want to see it keep going, and that's the lucky I have, was got 2 sons to take over and grow with it, yeah. And they're doing a good job.
NorthCoast is definitely growing. It's going to continue to grow. My brother and I are now 2nd generation with NorthCoast. We're in a position where we want it to be something that we can hand off to our families and maybe 3rd generation and see what happens with the line.